Hi everyone, welcome to Maximum Attack Rallying. It is Monday. I thought we would be in this quiet phase, but the news keeps on coming, doesn't it? So last week we found out about a management shake-up at Hyundai Motorsport. Their eponymous rally engineer, Christian Lauer, is leaving. And I thought I'd do a quick video on that because you might be wondering, if you're not familiar, who he is or why it even matters that he's leaving. So I just wanted to do a brief explainer video about what's gone on and why it's so important. Because unless you've been around rallying for a long time or you're particularly involved in the sport, you might not know who Christian Lauer is or know his significance. So let's dive right in. So basically what has happened is that Christian Lauer has left the team after joining in 2021. He came from M Sport. What does that mean then? That means that Francois-Xavier de Mazon will take overall technical control. He's been there for a while as well. Cyril Abiteboul, the president of Hyundai Motorsport, he is going to be, we think, going to be moving more towards the Genesis World Endurance Championship program, so we'll have less day-to-day involvement in the WRC team. And Pablo Marcos, he went to M Sport for a year, but he has returned to Hyundai and he will be the new team manager, I think is the title they've given him, which looks like he's going to be effectively the team principal, so the Jari Matti Latvala or Rich Milner equivalent. So that's kind of how the pieces have moved into place. But I want to answer this one question. What is all the fuss about? Why does it matter that Christian Loriaux has left the team? So let's get into that question, shall we? So I think the first thing we should get a handle on is, who is Christian Lauer? Who is this man that everyone is talking about in the rallying news? So if you're not familiar, you might be familiar. So if you've heard of him before or you're aware of who he is, then I apologise, but I wanted to give an explainer just in case people aren't familiar and they're newcomers to the world of rallying. So Loriaux is seen as something of a guru in rally engineering terms. So he rose to prominence in the 90s, joined ProDrive out of university, where he studied automotive engineering. So joined ProDrive in the mid to late 90s. I can't remember exactly when it was. I think it was around 98, I think he joined as an engineer. And the thing that really made him famous was he undertook a significant redesign of the Impreza World Rally car for the year 2000. So that WRC 2000 car was kind of the first step in taking rally cars to a whole new level. Obviously, WRC cars before that point had been very good, but Loriaux was the man who really started to focus on perfecting and honing the design of these cars, particularly around weight distribution. He has a reputation for being very fussy about reducing weight and moving things around. You know, he was the guy that started to move switch panels and things down onto the floor and really concentrate on getting all of the weight very low down in the car. I heard a story that he even said with Subaru that they were not allowed to run a map light in the car unless it was a nighttime stage, just to reduce weight. So we're talking about something that was a few grams, had to be removed because that wasn't acceptable to carry that unnecessary weight. So he was a man that brought really singular focus to the design of rally cars. As I said, his kind of first big project was the redesign of the Impreza for the year 2000. But he has a number of significant rally cars on his CV, including the 2003 Ford Focus WRC, which is obviously a significant departure from the earlier cars with its big aerodynamics, the Mark II Focus WRC as well. And then he's also speared off into GT racing. So when M Sport were running the Bentley GT program, he was heavily involved in that too. So he has an extensive rallying CV and is seen as very much a kind of one of the top engineers of the modern era. So that is who he is. So apart from that part, why does it matter that he's leaving? There are a couple of other reasons that I think are significant. So the first of those is that Loriaux's departure could be seen as another step towards Hyundai leaving the WRC. So there's been lots and lots of talk over the last few months that Hyundai might be on its way out. Obviously, as I said, they've got this World Endurance Championship program coming under the Genesis brand, and people are thinking maybe that is a sign. You know, Cyril Abiteboul has been quite non-committal about the future of the World Rally team. He has committed, obviously, for next season, but after that, they have not said anything about their future, and there is this rumour that instead of Hyundai Motorsport running the cars directly, they might farm them out to a smaller satellite team, someone like PH Sport, though perhaps it won't be PH Sport because they've taken over the running of the Citroens again. So there is this rumour, so there is perhaps this idea that Loriaux's departure could be a sign that is happening, and that after 2025 we'll see a much smaller Hyundai team, and that would of course mean that after 2026 we might not see Hyundai at all, because if they're not a full works team in 2026, you have to ask why would they go to the trouble of designing a brand new car for the 2027 regulations. So that is one element of it. The other thing is that Loriaux has been very vocal in the media in the recent weeks about the 2027 regulations. So he has come out and said that he has concerns about the ability of the teams to build these new 2027 cars within the €345,000 cost cap. He even went as far as to suggest the idea of using a shared engine block casting for those cars. I'm not going to get into how much I hate that idea, but he has been very vocal about the regulations and how it would be a challenge to meet that cost cap. So, you know, maybe he just decided that enough was enough and that he didn't want to work within those parameters, so has decided to move on. We do not know, as I record this, why he left the team. Obviously, Hyundai may have just decided to make some changes. We don't know, do we? Don't know. He has, as I record this, he has not made any statement about why he's left the team. We've just had the statement from Hyundai thanking him for his time and his services. And that's kind of it, really. You know, we don't know any more than that. But I thought it was well worth just a little explainer, because you might not know who Christian Lauer is or his significance. So I wanted to do that. Regardless of the reasons for his departure, there is no doubt that it is a loss for Hyundai. So he joined when they were in the development phase for the Rally 1 car, and has obviously played a significant role in turning that car into a winner. So it is a loss for Hyundai. Maybe he will go to another team. I don't know. Maybe he will move on and do something else. We will have to wait and see, won't we? So let's wrap this one up. I hope that was useful. If you have no idea what all these stories have been about, as always, do follow me over on socials and give me a like, comment and subscribe on this video. Share your thoughts. I love engaging with all of you, and I will see you again next time.